Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I think I'm finally gonna get started on my 220 here, to figure out why it's knocking so bad and what it needs. So I pulled it over here the other day to get some pictures of it and a couple other tractors, to hopefully get some clothing out here soon. Been working on it pretty hard, so before I tore it apart I wanted to get some pictures, just so I could make some t-shirts or sweatshirts or a logo or something, so I can start getting something made for you guys. But I better get started on this project here soon, or else it's gonna be winter time and then I'll be freezing my butt off working on it. So I'm probably gonna get it fired up, and pulled back over to the garage and then start tearing it down. I don't remember if I said it in a previous video or not, but what my plan is to just pull the front end off of it and then just drop the pan for now and see how bad or what it is, and if it's just like a main cap or something tighten it down and see what happens. But if it's major and needs a complete overhaul, then I'm gonna just completely pull the motor out and completely go through it. So I guess I'll pull it back over to the garage and start getting to work. Alrighty, so as you guys saw in the time lapse, I got it all tore apart. Front bolster came off the front end, which I didn't want it to, but oh well. I really needed it off there because that's a lot of weight. And then that piece is like 300 pounds too. So, but I got all that off of there. And then I got the oil pan off of underneath. I only see one thing that's looking iffy. I mean, yeah, bad. But I'm gonna wait on my dad to get home. He's the engine man. So I'm gonna let him take a gander at it, see what he thinks, and then I'll probably pick you guys back up. But the main caps, I think, are gonna have to come off. It's what it's looking like to me anyways. But I'm gonna let the motor man take a look at it before I do anything, and then I'll pick you guys back up. So as you guys seen in the time lapse, finally got the 220 motor pulled. Shoot, the tractor's been sitting without the front axle and sheet metal and whatever else off of it for a few months now. Hadn't had time to get to it, but there's a big snowstorm coming tomorrow, so I figure I better get it pulled just in case we do get a lot of snow. I can work on it in the garage there. But what it ended up being on this 220 here, the loud knock, was I already have the pan off. If you look under here, it's the number 4 piston. The crank bearing welded itself to the crank, as you guys can see on there. It's supposed to be smooth, and it's not. So yeah, the crank is probably junk, so I'm probably gonna have to get a different crank or a new crank, which is gonna be pretty pricey. But I'm at least gonna get it in the garage and get to working on it, get it all tore down and see what all it needs, and yeah, completely rebuild it and put all new seals and whatnot in it, hopefully. Or should I just part it out? Who knows? Good money in parts, I can tell you that much. So I'm gonna get it set in the garage here in a minute and go from there. So at least be inside and not taking on water. But I need to get it all in time to get the pump off there and just start completely stripping the motor down and get stuff hauled up to the machine shop and whatnot. So, and check all the other bearings to see what's up with them. But other than that, it's number 4 crank bearings, cylinder 4 anyways. That's what's making that knock and making it run like absolute crap. So I'm gonna get this motor set in the garage and I'll probably video tearing it down and then have a rebuild video probably coming sooner than later, but rebuilds are expensive, so it might take some time. But I'll get it set in the garage now and pick you guys back up when I get started on this thing again. So yesterday I got started turning the motor down on my 220. You guys really couldn't see anything in a time lapse. I wish I could spin this motor around so you guys could see me working on it. But I got the valve cover, injectors all loose, turbo, and so forth off of there. The clutch is junk and shot, so I got to get a whole new clutch for this tractor. But what I'm waiting on, why I still have the rocker rail and everything else in, is because I need to time the injection pump to get it off of there. So that's why the rocker rail and stuff's still on there. But yeah, I found out the clutch is junk, crankshaft junk. So keep tearing her down, see what else I find, and then get a game plan going of what to do next and get some stuff to the machine shop. So I'm probably gonna set you guys back on the tripod and get this pump timed so I can get it off of there, and then I can yank that rocker rail and push rods out of there, set the injectors out, and pull that head off and see what it looks like under there. So I guess I'll get to work. So it's been about probably a month now since I last touched my 220 motor, and in the last clip, as you guys saw, I got the head off, the pump timed and off, and then you really didn't see much else get done. But been working off camera, and I got it all stripped down. The only thing that's left in it is the lifters, which will take 2 seconds to pull out. But got everything else out, piles of crap everywhere, mess in the garage here. But yeah, the number 4 piston spun a crank bearing, which would be this one right here. As you guys can tell, it don't look too hot in there. So yeah, the crank looks junk to me. I might take it up to the machine shop, but I'm gonna check first, see if I have a good one out there. And if I don't, then I'll take this one up there. But if I do, then I'll take a better crank up to the machine shop with me. But yeah, that's a bummer that one crank bearing spun. But things happen. So here's all the pistons. Oh, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, this one right here is shot. So Oh, well, I suppose. Got the cam out right there. It looks pretty good. All the other parts. So what I need to do now is call the machine shop, see what their time frame is to get all these parts done. And I'm going to just take the block, the cam, crank, flywheel, all the goodies up to the machine shop, have them check it all out, see what they need to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a rebuild kit coming and order a full gasket kit from Agco. So yeah, there's a little update on the 220. It ain't gonna be a very quick rebuild, just because I got a lot of other projects that I need to get done before I waste my money and time on this thing. But it's at least a part now. Take it up to the machine shop. If it takes them 5 months to get to it, then it takes them 5 months to get to it. But yeah, it's a part, and then it's a little windy out here, so sorry if the wind noise is awful. But here's where my 220 sits for now. Yep, I'm sure you've seen it in the background of videos here recently, but here's what it's gonna sit like till it gets the motor put back in it. Probably gonna get the motor painted once I get it completely back together, and then I'll slap back in the tractor and hopefully have a nice 220. So yeah, that's a wrap for this video, I suppose. Hopefully another 220 video. Ain't too far out, but if it's a few months, it's a few months. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And I guess if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, so in a couple months, when I do get to putting this motor back together, you'll be notified when I get to tinkering back around on my 220. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like button, and I guess I'll catch you all next one. Thanks for watching.